This video, we're going to finish up our section on half-angle identities. So our first problem here, number 42, says cosine of theta over 2. So what we want to find, given that cosine is 1/4 and it terminates in quadrant 1. Cosine is 1/4, 16 minus 1 is 15. There's theta. Theta over 2 is also going to be in quadrant 1. So that's going to be 1 plus the cosine value over 2. It's going to be, multiply this by 4 over 4. 4 plus 1 over 8. It's going to be 5 over 8 multiplied by 2 over 2. It's going to be root 10 over 4. All right. Now we want sine for that same situation there, sine of theta over 2. So this was cosine of theta over 2. Now we want sine of theta over 2. It can be 1 minus 1/4 over 2 times 4 over 4. 1 is going to be 4 minus 1 over 8 is 3 over 8. That's root 6 over 4. Same triangle, shouldn't have erased it. Cosine is 1/4. This is root 15 again. It's in quadrant 1 still. Cosine, so we already did that one. That one's this one. And so I'm not going to do it again. Cosine is negative 305, and it's in quadrant 2. So that means that our half angle is going to be in quadrant 1. And that forces the cosine to be positive. So this is going to be 1 plus a negative 3/4 over 2 square root. It's going to be 1/4 over 2, 1/8 times 2 over 2 is root 2 over 4. Same triangle, only this is going to be sine now. Sine is also going to be positive. And that one's root 14 over 4. We want tangent of theta over 2 when tangent is 3 and terminates in quadrant 3. And that puts the half angle in top half of quadrant 2. So the tangent's going to be negative there. Give me just a second to show you the formula for that because I forgot to write it down. All right, so I wrote the formulas down there. We're going to usually use the first two for the half angle for tangent because they don't require us to pick the sign comes out correct every time. If we use sine over 1 plus cosine or 1 minus cosine over sine, doesn't matter which one of those I pick. Let's go ahead and pick here that sine is 3 over root 10. Cosine is -1 over root 10. So we're going to want to multiply by root 10 over root 10. This is going to be 3 over root 10 minus 1, which will rationalize with a root 10 plus 1 over root 10 plus 1. It's 3 root 10 plus 3 over 10 minus 1. 3 root 10 plus 3 over 9 is going to be root 10 plus 1 over 3. Just a couple more here. We're going to find cosine of theta, given that cosine of 2 theta equals 1/4. So we're going to use a half angle here. Theta is going to terminate in quadrant 1, so we know that that cosine value is going to be positive. So cosine of theta equals 1 plus 1/4 over 2. Cosine of theta equals 4 plus 1 over 8. Root 10 over 4. And that's the same problem that I did, just they mixed it up, and instead of calling this theta over 2, they called it theta. And instead of calling that theta, they called it 2 theta. It's the same problem. And theta is going to be in quadrant 1, which makes sine positive here. So we're going to have sine theta is equal to 1 minus this cosine value over 2. And we're going to make that 4 minus 1 over 8, which is going to be 3 times 2 is 6 over 8 times 2 is 16. Root 16 is 4. And we're done. That's it for this chapter. We'll come back next chapter and start talking about some stuff like solving right triangles and solving all kinds of triangles, law of sines, law of cosines, and that kind of stuff. So see you for those videos coming up soon.